Howdy do everyone, how you guys been? Welcome back to Esports Talk and more Siege news, with this video covering a lot of drama within the scene recently as Gacha was picked up by Evil Geniuses, and the boys that were on Obey Alliance are having a bit of a rough patch with each other as they've made some interesting roster moves. So Gacha is on EG as a player now, Geo went to TSM, and they got a new coach, that being Ranger. But of course, with Gacha joining a team as a player, this had a lot of people turning their heads because last time this happened, everyone labeled Gacha as a snake who just wanted what was in his best interest because he was a coach for TSM, but other pros claimed that he snaked a spot as a player role on TSM, which led to a huge argument between him and Super and a bunch of other pros, and you know, in the end, it didn't really look good for Gacha, but it's happening again because Gacha announced his return to EG. I want to thank all the guys on TSM for giving me the opportunity to coach them and fill in as a sub. We won a dream hack, qualified for invitationals, and avoided relegations, and accomplished much in our time together. Now on EG, I want to see us back in dominant form once again. And BKN replied to that tweet asking who he subbed for, and Gacha said, the same guy you kicked. Hot and Cold replied to it saying they benched Jarvis for the #1 fragger in NA for the past 2 seasons and offered Jarvis a coaching spot that he declined. So he subbed for that spot. So this of course brings more accusations of, again, Gacha snaking a player position because he wants to play rather than coach, and this doesn't even look like a good move for EG. I mean, one, that roster swap is not even in their favor because they dropped Geo for Gacha, and then two, well, it makes Gacha look more like a snake again because a lot of people are saying that he wanted that swap to EG because he wanted that full-time player position, which is understandable, and I think it's pretty likely to be the case actually, but that meant that opened up a spot on EG once Geo got switched and Gacha took that role. But I mean, TSM has Geo now, and this is huge news for me personally and probably for plenty of you viewers out there because I'm a North American fan and I love TSM, so you know, in the end, I'm pretty okay with this move. Also, do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when there was all that drama going on between Obey Alliance and Rogue, where those 2 Obey players, Fazo and Abanai, were dropped from the team right after they made it to Pro League, and Rogue was supposed to be relegated back to Challenger League? Because, well, there was a lot of controversy around that, of course, with good reason, because Fazo and Abanai, well, they got screwed out of a job after they worked so hard to get to where they were. But drama is happening again in a very similar fashion, actually, except this time it's more like a civil war, but Fazo did make a tweet longer that goes into a lot more detail about it. And it's a long one, but here's what I pulled from it. They were told that Rogue reached out to Call Out for a deal, and that deal would have been Call Out, Forrest, Grixer, Easily, and Vertical on a team, and Call Out said no to the deal initially. A top-tier organization contacted Obey the next day and said they were interested in them, but they specifically made sure to say that they wanted their roster to stay together. Fazo then receives a text from Abanai and says the rest of the team joined a private call without them, and as it turns out, they were discussing the Rogue deal behind their backs. They were eventually brought into that call, and that's when they were told that they were being dropped. Fazo then says that the person pushing for the deal was actually Forrest, their teammate that they played through Challenger League with, even after they all agreed that their roster would stick together. Fazo says Forrest is very money driven and the 2 new players are going to hate teaming with him because all he does is argue and he can't communicate properly. Callout didn't like the deal, but he was scared he'd lose his spot if he disagreed. So Obey didn't even end up picking up Easily and Vertical from Rogue, and they ended up with Yeti and Reed instead. And it's starting to look more like Gacha is not so much the snake anymore. It's turning out to be Forrest because Fazo said that he was the one that pushed for both of those to be actually dropped from the team. And I gotta say, I feel so bad for Fazo and Abanai, man. Like it was first they were dealing with the Pittsburgh Embers, and then after that there were all those talks about them getting dropped from Obey, and they were so confused. They had no idea what was going on. And now this. So like these guys just need to catch a break. But following all this, I am excited to see where Fazo and Abanai go in Pro League, and I really hope they find a team soon. I feel like Obey kind of went from like this widely loved roster as they started getting through Challenger League and as they actually got to Pro League. Yeah, I feel like they were kind of a widely loved roster where they were, and now they are not a widely loved roster anymore because of Forrest. But I gotta say, like, I'm still very excited to see how this new Obey does. I will be following them still, so I'll be keeping an eye out for that. But hey, thank you guys for watching. That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you guys next time, so take it easy and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.